Amari, I'm curious, had you spoken to the Raiders? What type of interaction had you had with them, and were you expecting maybe to go here?
Um, I haven't spoke to the Raiders none through the process. My agent called me like 5 minutes before the Raiders had a pick, and he was like, they was looking at me, and then all of a sudden I got a 501 number calling me, and they was like, they was gonna pick me for the sixth round, and it just felt surreal. So no, I wasn't speaking to them during the process.
Hi, Amari. Obviously, being a converted defensive back to linebacker, and then you led your team in interceptions last season. How effective do you feel like you can be when it's time to cover as a linebacker, being assigned against tight ends and just in coverage in general?
I could be very effective. I feel like when I'm in coverage, you don't have to double the man that I'm guarding, so you can use the safety to be a rat or something like that. But very effective, and I had the best hands on Florida last year, which I keep saying my hands are great. I used to play receiver, so I don't drop too many interceptions.
Hi, Amari. Welcome to the Las Vegas Raiders. My question to you is, you played with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Obviously, he was a versatile defensive back. What has he helped you into the player you are today in converting from the back end now on the second level?
I played with him my freshman year, so I was just a guy that was just behind him trying to, when he get tired, I come in the game. But just the way he played the game, his enthusiasm, his swagger he played with, that was something I tried to copy this year. And I feel like the more swagger you play with, the better you play. When you're on that field, you can't be that quiet guy that's too timid and nothing like that. You got to go out there and you got to talk your talk, and then you got to back it up. So I feel like I learned that from him, where when you bring out that swagger, I feel like it gives you more confidence to go out there and play the best game you can.
Hey, Amari, you've already had the opportunity to play out here in Las Vegas during the Las Vegas Bowl. Just wondering what that experience was like for you, and also being a captain in that event. How did you take on that leadership role?
The experience was great. That was my first time being in Vegas. I grew up, watching Vegas movies, the lights and all that. We got to experience that. But just going out there for the first time, seeing the mountains, they look fake to me. That's what I was talking to my teammates about. And then me being a captain, I feel like that was a big responsibility for me to go out there. We lost a couple of players to the draft that didn't play in the game, and I was like one of the oldest guys on the team. So I feel like I was just trying to get my team ready and tell them like, this is not just a bowl game. We trying to win the game, and we didn't get the outcome that we wanted. But I feel like we played to the best of our ability with what we had on the field.
Hey, Amari, Paul Gutierrez here from ESPN. What do you know about this organization in terms of the history, the tradition, and how do you think, or what was the discussion like when they called you to tell you were drafted, how you fit into what their plans are?
I know a little bit about them. I know they had Max Crosby. I seen what he did when they had the what it was called, the Hard Knock special. I grew up watching Hard Knocks, so when they was on there, that was the team I was looking at. And then my cousin, he played for the Raiders right now, Brandon Faison. So it was surreal for the Raiders, to call me. And then the feeling I had was I was shaking. I didn't want to cry, but I think like 2 tears dropped in my eyes a little bit. But I was just really shaking. I couldn't really speak when we was on the phone talking. And it just really felt surreal that I get to play with my cousin. He played for the Raiders right now. So that's just, something my mom, she was talking about it a long time ago. She was like, what if the Raiders call you and then you get to reunite with your cousin for the first time? So this feeling is great right now.
Have you talked to Brandon yet? And what is your favorite Vegas movie?
Oh yeah, Brandon just called me. He called me a few seconds ago. We just chopped it up a little bit. I told him, he got an apartment, so I told him, give me a room in an apartment. I ain't trying to buy my own one right now. But my favorite Vegas movie probably is Casino. I just watched it like a couple months ago, and that was one of my favorite Vegas movies.